right, everybody. Thanks for joining in. Hope you guys had a great weekend. I just want to talk real quick about the Jets game yesterday. We got a big win, if you look at it that way. I wasn't sure. I was kind of wishing they would lose, but then again, when you see the Patriots and you really want them to win the game so badly, uh, just if Bill Belichick is gone from the Patriots now, at least we beat him one time. Robert Saleh beat him his first time in his coaching career with the Jets. Um, and so I guess it's a good win. This morning, you find out on a website that the win put the Jets at they have the number 10 pick in the draft, next year's draft. So I suppose it's good because really, if you think about it, the draft is a crapshoot anyway. Look at what happened with Zach Wilson, other picks. We've made good picks in the past that have come out shitty, and we've made the same with the bad picks that come out good. So the draft is always a crapshoot anyway, but we do have the number 10 pick as far as I see now. So let's talk about the game yesterday. I think Brees Hall let everybody know that he's a beast. He's a monster. If anybody's going to carry this offense, it's going to be Brees Hall. Garrett Wilson's great. He got a scary injury at the end there, and he didn't come back into the game. I saw the way his neck was hit backwards. I don't think it was intentional at all by the Patriot player, but it really looked ugly. I hope he's all right. It's such a like a meaningless game. Let's hope that he's not going to be hurt. It's going to be something that's going to be a long-term injury. I haven't seen anything or heard anything yet. But I'm sure Robert Saleh will tell us all the half truth that he gives us on his interviews with the New York media. So the win puts the Jets at 7-10. Same record we had last year, 7-10. There's a lot of stories going around now. I don't know if they're true or not. I know the media likes to create stories more or less. Zach Wilson is going to be traded. They're going to look to trade him. I heard these stories last year. I don't know if they're true or not. I think both sides want out. I think Zach wants out of the Jets as much as the Jets want out of Zach. But I still got a feeling that it's going to all depend on what Aaron Rodgers wants. I mean, Rodgers likes the kid. He thinks he has talent. I don't know how much pull Aaron Rodgers has. It seems like he has a lot because these guys that we got, Dalvin Cook, now he's on the Ravens. He's going to get probably a Super Bowl ring. He went from the Jets, who stink, to the Ravens, who might get him a Super Bowl ring. Figure that out. Randall Cobb, not very good. Alan Lazard, really, really not good. So hopefully they're not going to listen to what he wants when it comes to certain players and certain things. I know he's going to be involved in the draft. I guarantee he's going to be in that room thinking, let's get this guy, let's get that guy. What do you guys think? That kind of thing. Because he's got a lot of pull with the team. We all know that. But let's see what happens with Zach Wilson. I mean, it's going to be tough to say. I think both, like I say, I think both sides want out, want a fresh start, and want to go someplace else, do something else. So, but yesterday's game was played under really, really crappy conditions. I mean, it was snowing the whole game. It was a run fest. The Jets just happened to run better than the Patriots. Brees Hall broke a long 50-yard run or so for a touchdown. That was the game. So we broke the streak, 7.5 years of losing to Bill Belichick and the Patriots. That's done. We got ourselves the 10th pick in the draft next year. So that's good. It's still a top 10 draft pick. We could still get a guy out of there, somebody. I just hope that the Jets focus on the front line because Aaron Rodgers is not going to be able to run around his whole life on this team next year. There's big hopes for next year. It's all going to depend on Aaron Rodgers, how healthy he is. He seems motivated. He seems like he wants to play at least a couple more years. My hope is that this will give us time to find a young quarterback in the next couple of years. If in fact they do get rid of Zach, we can't think our future is going to be Ryan Tannehill or Jacoby Brissett or Tyrod Taylor, whoever other names I hear thrown out there. These guys are not franchise quarterbacks because if they were, they would be. Tannehill was the closest thing you had with Tennessee, but without Derrick Henry, I don't think that he's doing a whole lot with them either. So that being said, I hope that if we get a couple of years out of Rodgers, maybe the Jets can somehow, some way get their hands on a young guy, get a young kid in there, and he can learn quickly from Rodgers and take over the helm when Rodgers decides he does want to retire. A lot of things we're going to be talking about in the off season here with this coaching staff. I know some guys are just going to have to go. There's no way. I know they're coming back with Saleh and Douglas and Nathaniel Hackett, which, by the way, I can't believe this guy doesn't even belong in the USFL. Never mind the NFL. But either way, it's Rodgers' decision, and they're not going to make him mad and tell him this guy's got to go. I'm kind of hoping they move him off, maybe quarterback coach, get an offensive coordinator in there that knows what he's doing, because this guy just doesn't. He made a statement the other day about, I didn't know Breece Hall could be so effective out of the backfield in the passing game. I mean, I can't believe he even said that. You know, I sit on the couch with my friends watching the game going, why don't they use Breece Hall out of the backfield in the pass game? I mean, who the hell am I to say that? This guy's supposed to be a professional at his job, and he even if he thought that, he said it publicly, like in front of a New York media. Ouch! That alone should have got him fired, if nothing else. But anyway, they're coming back. Those three guys. I think somebody's going to have to take the blame for this, whether it's the offensive line coach, Calabrese, the quarterback coach, whoever. Somebody's going to get fired. Somebody's got to go. You can't run this back with everybody. The offense was the worst in Jets history almost. They were terrible. So let's not forget that. Even though we ended up 7-10, some of those wins were very lucky wins, and we lost a couple games we probably should have. So maybe it all evens out in the end. But either way, 7-10 is just in 2 years, and it's just Robert Saleh hasn't had a winning season since he's been our head coach, and it's just not going to cut it. So next year is going to be a huge year for the Jets, for this coaching staff, for Rodgers coming back, and we'll see what happens next year. But it's a long time for that. They got a lot of holes to fill up if this team thinks they're going to go anywhere. Aaron Rodgers is not fixing all the problems on this team. He's just not going to do. He can't do it. The offensive line. We need a number 2 wide receiver. We need somebody behind Breece Hall too. Michael Carter's good, but we got to have a legitimate number 2 back, and they thought Dalvin Cook was going to be it. He just wasn't. He didn't pan out here. So there's a lot of things going to have to happen. There's a lot of holes that got to be filled. But anyway, I guess it's a good win. We still stayed in the top 10, number 10 draft pick. So it's a good win. Finally beat the Patriots after 15 times in a row, 7.5 years of getting beat by the Patriots. Finally, that's over. Maybe we can start our own run with them next year, sweep them next year. Maybe the Jets can start something where they've beaten them several times in a row. Who knows? We'll see. But either way, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Zach Wilson, trades, the draft, which will not come up till April. But either way, so there's going to be a lot to talk about. A lot of things are going to happen. A lot of rumors are going to start kicking around. And we'll just talk about everything when it happens. But either way, regardless of how you feel about it, it's a win for the Jets, and they end up 7-10. Another disappointing year, but let's hope for the best. See what happens next year. And I'll talk to you guys all soon. Please leave me a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to my channel. It helps me out a great deal if you can do that. And I'll be talking to you guys soon, and have a great day. Thank you.